What's up, everybody? My name is Scott Waters, and welcome to No Life to Metal. It's time for a rock metal update. That's right. Time for a rock and metal update. A little bit of everything on this one. Usually it's all vinyl, but I'm going to do a little CDs, some 8-tracks, some cassettes, and a bunch of vinyl, and even a bit of memorabilia. So I'm going to start off with the memorabilia. Just one thing that I thought was cool. Came from Puck Hockey, PUCKHCKY.com, but it is a Overkill hockey puck, and this site has hockey jerseys with everything from Motorhead to, and Overkill, all kinds of stuff, to hockey pucks, and I just think this is really cool. Being a huge hockey fan and of course a huge Overkill fan, this was a no-brainer. I'd like to get the Motorhead one eventually too, but there's a bunch of different bands there. I think I saw Anthrax, and I can't even remember. There were so many bands there, but check it out. PUCKHCKY.com, Puck Hockey. And no, they did not give this to me to do a free commercial for them. I bought this and I just like it, so I'm promoting them. There you go. So Overkill, Hockey Puck. A lot of this stuff is Record Store Day stuff from the Black Friday Record Store Day. I don't have a store here locally that has this stuff, so I had to rely on friends, and so this stuff came in the mail from all over the place from different people who picked it up for me, which I'm really grateful for. But before I get into that, let me show you a few other things here. Very first Aerosmith on 8-track tape. And I'm not necessarily an 8-track collector, but I collect anything from certain bands, and Aerosmith is one of those bands. And I had been missing this one. I'm still missing Greatest Hits and Rock and Hard Place, so I'm looking for those two on 8-track, but glad to finally get the very first Aerosmith on 8-track. I don't know if it was ever released with the original cover or not. This is the second cover that's featuring Dream On it. I'm going to have to look into that and see if that was actually released with the original cover or not. I doubt it, but anyhow, I'll check it out. But Aerosmith featuring Dream On, 8-track tape. Very cool in the original Epic Records or Columbia Records sleeve. Usually 8-track tapes don't seem to have the sleeves anymore. This is a little beat up, but it's not too bad actually, considering how old this thing is. Alright, next up, a few CDs. This is Red Sea. This is the gold disc edition of Blood, but if you can look closely, and I'll take it out of the case so you can see it better. It is autographed to me by Robin Kyle Basari, the vocalist, and very, very cool to get this. I did do the artwork on this job. I did the logo, the cover design, everything. So this is actually Robin Kyle Basari is the singer, but the band was the rhythm section from Badlands who was in here. So you've got Jeff Martin on drums and Greg Chason on bass, and then the guitar player from Fear Not plays in this album too, but very similar to a little heavier though than Badlands, but it kind of has a similar vibe to Badlands. That early '90s heavy, almost Deep Purple worship style thing. Really great band. Love this album. So really happy to get an autographed copy of that. All right, a few more CDs I'm going to get into. This is brand new Vindicator, Communal Decay. This is the band's self-released. I'm hoping that a label will pick this thing up and it'll have a more expanded booklet, and it's actually playing in the background lightly, but this only has this very small booklet with type that is very, very hard to read because it's so small. So I'm kind of hoping that it's going to get picked up by a label, and I think it will. I just I kind of like to work with them on my label, so I'm working on it. We'll see if that works out or not. But I'd like to see it come out on vinyl too, because I love the cover art. So anyhow, great thrash metal from Vindicator. Glad those guys are still out there banging around. Good stuff. All right, next up, the brand new Exodus. Pre-ordered this on CD. I did not pre-order on vinyl, which is odd for me, but glad to get the CD nonetheless. I'll probably try and track down the vinyl eventually. This is the 2-disc version. The second disc is the DVD. I have yet to actually watch the DVD, but I have listened to the CD several times. Exactly what you expect from Exodus. Hammer to the brain thrash metal. The production is so stellar. It's so and this is going to sound like a bad thing, but it's so cold and sterile, very digital sounding. Now, I don't want to make that sound bad. It's almost a perfect production. My problem with a lot of modern thrash metal is it's all becoming to start to sound the same because everybody's got the same digital, sound. There's no difference in the guitar tones. Everything is the same. But regardless, the songwriting on here is excellent. The playing is excellent. And this is a really, really good Exodus album. And Zetro sounds as good as he ever has, in my opinion. So, always been a big fan of his to begin with. Okay, one more CD, and then we'll get into cassette, and then we'll get into the vinyl. And like I said, most of the vinyl is from the Record Store Day stuff. So, this is a 3-disc box that I picked up really, really cheap. Again, Aerosmith, anything Aerosmith I'll pick up, and this thing was like 3 discs, $10. And the reason it was so cheap was because the 2 black cases here had the glue had dried over the years and popped off. So they were selling it cheap because of that, which I don't get, because all you have to do is re-glue it, which is exactly what I did. Re-glued it, so now we have the Aerosmith Permanent Vacation Pump Get a Grip 3-disc box set. Nice thing about this box set, I mean, it's not super special other than it has the original CDs in it. It does have all the original booklets in it as well. So, kind of a nice collection. I already have all the originals, but like I said, anything Aerosmith is welcome in my collection, and I am not only do I listen to music, but I also collect music, so this is kind of a cool little collector's box that I thought was cool for the price. Alright, so next up we have the one and only cassette I'm going to be showing today. This is Aerosmith, The Road Starts Here. This is still sealed and will remain so. I bought this mostly as a collector's thing more than anything else because I have the vinyl here, which I have listened to multiple times, and this thing sounds incredible for 1971, basically being a demo recording, and I'm just amazed at how clear this recording is. Great stuff. It's got, side 1 has intro, Somebody, which of course made it to the first album, Reeferhead Woman, which of course didn't make it to the first album and didn't even see a recording until, was it 1979 on Night in the Ruts, and then Walking the Dog, which of course was a Rufus Thomas cover, which did make it onto the first album, although it was called Walking the Dig on the first album. Moving Out, which made it to the first album. Dream On and Mamakin both made it to the first album. And then Major Barbara, a song that was recorded for the Get Your Wings, but never made it to Get Your Wings, ended up getting put onto a greatest hits album somewhere down in the 80s after they had signed with Geffen and Columbia put it out. So really cool. Nice package. It is a gatefold. It is a single disc, but it is a gatefold. I like the fact that it's printed on this brown cardstock, as you can see. All black and white. I really think this is a great design. Lots of cool photos of the band. It actually has, it's kind of hard to tell, but you can actually see they used white ink on this thing, which is, it's really kind of spectacular. It's also used some white ink for the little UPC on the back here. But it is black vinyl. It came with a inner sleeve, which is made to look like the tape, the original tape case that it came in, which is kind of cool. And then it has an insert with the story of the recording and a little bit of information of the band on there. Really, really cool. 1971, The Road Starts Here. So, yeah, I mean, that was just a no-brainer for me. I had to find a copy of this, and very thankful to, my buddy who picked it up for me. Next up, this is, almost all these are Record Store Day releases. There's a couple in here that aren't. Alright, this is the King's X album that didn't make it on the last Record Store Day. It was released for Black Friday Record Store Day. Please Come Home, Mr. Bulbous. Love King's X. Glad it made it to vinyl. This thing's also been recently released on a gold disc CD, which sounds stellar in my opinion. Really cool gatefold release, single album. Let me show you the gatefold. This is a seal to reveal. Because I haven't actually opened this record yet. It just recently came. I've been listening to the gold disc CD, so I haven't popped the record down yet. Seal to Reveal. I don't remember who came up with that name. It's been around for a while in the vinyl community. We had a few members who were doing like Seal to Reveal videos for a long time. I think it might have been Corey. Corey, if you're watching, What's up? It's been a long time, man. Haven't seen a video from you in a long time. Cannot get this thing open, so we're just going to tear. Alright, so there it is. Gatefold. Not much graphics going on here. Pretty much just lyrics. I would have put some graphics in there if it was me. But regardless, cool. I'm glad to have it on vinyl. Anything King's X, you know, I'm just a big King's X fan. And this thing is on a yellow vinyl. I haven't played it yet, obviously, since I just opened it. But I haven't played it yet. But from what I've been told, all these have a slight warp to them. They play, but they're all warped. Now, like I said, I haven't played mine yet, so I don't know if mine is the exception to that or not. But most people I know who said they have this have said that their copies are warped. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. All right, next up, this is Motorhead. This is from the Sacrifice Tour, the Lost Tapes. A limited edition, previously unreleased live album on double red vinyl. A blistering set from the Sacrifice album tour recorded in Madrid, Spain on 1st of June, 1995. Black Friday only sale. This thing has got just a killer set list. So you got Ace of Spades, Sex and Death, Over Your Shoulder, I'm So Bad Baby I Don't Care, Metropolis, On Your Feet on Your Knees, Liar, Nothing Up My Sleeve, Lost in the Ozone, The One to Sing the Blues, You Better Run, Sacrifice, Stay Clean, Burner, Orgasmatron, Dogface Boy, Born to Raise Hell, Going to Brazil, Killed by Death, Silver Machine, which of course is a Hawkwind song, Iron Fist, and Overkill. So that's just a stellar set list. And much like the Aerosmith I just sold and the King's X, this is a gatefold. Photos of the band, lots of cool stuff to read and look at, which is the whole point of buying these things. You know, I mean, the packaging on vinyl and CD and cassette releases is as important as the releases themselves, right? I mean, what's the point if you're going to just for the music only? You might as well just go digital download. But I can't get this thing. But there you go. I couldn't get it out of the package. All right. And there is the vinyl. Custom center labels. Transparent, translucent red vinyl. I always want to say transparent, but it's not really transparent. It's translucent. So very cool. Glad to get that one. That was actually a gift, a hookup from my buddy Bill from Rocks Records, Bill Bafford, and he sent me that as a Christmas present. And again, that is a Record Store Day release. He also sent me this one, which is not a Record Store Day release, but I'm glad to have it. This is one of those Walmart exclusive releases on blue vinyl. This is Ozzy Osbourne's Diary of a Madman. So very cool. I'm glad to have that one. I have not popped this one open yet, but I will soon. I'm sure you've all seen Ozzy's records before, so I'm not going to worry about it. And he sent me this one as well. This is a 10-inch for Hellraiser. Ozzy Osbourne and Motorhead. So you've got kind of a mashup of the two. So side A is the Hellraiser mashup, Ozzy Osbourne and Lemmy from Motorhead. So it's got the two of them together. Somehow they took the two versions and kind of mixed them up and mashed them up, and it's kind of cool. I checked it out. I liked it. And then the B side is the original Hellraiser from Ozzy and the original Hellraiser from Motorhead. Of course, Hellraiser was written by Lemmy and recorded by both bands. So written by Ozzy Osbourne, Zakk Wylde, and Lemmy Kilmister. Hellraiser 10-inch. All right, this next one up is also from Bill Bafford, and this is one I really wanted from Record Store Day, and glad to get it. But this is Jimi Hendrix Experience, Paris '67. Early Jimi Hendrix Experience. Love the cover photo. All three of them have the big afros. Just a great look, of the time. But I love live Jimi Hendrix. It's so raw. I mean, there's all kinds of screw ups and it's sloppy, but it's just so rock and roll. It wasn't about perfection. It was about charisma and feel and spirit, and there's a ton of that packed into this record. So really glad to have this thing. So you got Stone Free, Hey Joe, Fire, Catfish Blues, The Wind Cries Mary, Rock Me Baby, Red House, Purple Haze, and Wild Thing. Lots of cool photos in the back. I believe it was just black vinyl. Have to double check it. I have played this thing a couple times, but can't remember the color of the vinyl. Pretty sure it was just black. Yeah. Well, no, maybe it's blue. Yeah, it's blue. Blue vinyl. It's got some black marbling in it, which you can kind of see in the video here. Actually came in one of these poly sleeves, which is unusual. You don't see that happen very often. Usually they're paper sleeves with poly lining in them at best, but to actually get a poly lined sleeve is kind of unusual. But glad to have this one, man. I'm just a Jimi Hendrix fanatic, and I have been for decades. So, you know, you always see those things on Facebook. Like, if you could bring back one artist just to see him live once again, who would it be? And I always have a toss-up between Jimi Hendrix and Philip Lynott. I would love to see Philip Lynott on stage live again, and I'd love to see Jimi Hendrix on stage live again. So, Jimi Hendrix Experience, Paris '67. I can't remember if I might have showed this one in another video, but this one my daughter grabbed for me at Walmart. But this is Walmart exclusive, Jimi Hendrix and Freedom Atlanta Pop Festival, another live album. Really cool pictures of Hendrix live. Love the blue and red photos on the cover. But you've got All Along the Watchtower, Freedom, Fox Lady, Purple Haze, Hey Joe, Voodoo Child, Slight Return, Stone Free, Star Spangled Banner, and Straight Ahead. Recorded at the Atlanta Pop Festival, Georgia, July 4th, 1970. So, like I said, Walmart exclusive. Great photo on the back. Glad to have that one. It wasn't real expensive either. It was like, I don't know, it was about $20, I think. So, if you're a Hendrix fan, worth picking up if you're ever in Walmart. All right. And then we've got 4 left in this video. 4 left. And these all came as a Christmas gift as well. Those other ones came from, like I said, from my buddy Bill Bafford, who runs Rocks Records. Well, these ones came from my buddy Greg, who runs Girder Music, Girder Records. And he sent me surprise. I mean, I had no clue he was going to be sending me these. But he sent me the Iron Maiden. This is the picture disc of the very first album. I love the early Maiden stuff, man. Those first 2 albums to me are just untouchable. I mean, if you would have asked me 10, 15 years ago, I would have always picked all the Dickinson eras as my favorite. But man, over time, I've just come to love the Di'Anno stuff as much as, if not more than, some of the Dickinson stuff. And of course, I also discovered the band on this album. A buddy of mine. It was either Brian Cato or Chris Wesley. Anyhow, we all hung out in high school, and we were all big Priest fans. And they're like, "Dude, you got to hear this band. They're better than Priest." And he came over, and it was actually Killers was the album that we played. And man, we just all fell in love with Maiden at that point. And then of course we also went back and got the first album. Well, I haven't popped this one open yet. It's still sealed, but according to the sticker, this is a crystal clear picture disc vinyl. I've heard problems with other Maiden picture discs in the past where the sound quality was bad. Supposedly, and from what I've read online, this one sounds stellar. So I don't know what the difference is, but glad to have it regardless. Love the artwork. Love Maiden. Anything Maiden is definitely welcome in my collection. All right, we got 2 from the same band here. More picture discs. Holy Diver. And Last in Line. Picture disc. Both of these, I've seen these, both these tours. I saw this one at Tower Theater. I saw this one at the Spectrum. So, and both tours at Twisted Sister opened. So, really cool collector's items. Again, I have the original black vinyl versions, but I love these picture discs. I mean, they're more collector's thing than anything else. But really glad to have them. So, I want to thank Greg for shooting those over my way. And then finally, one more. Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears picture disc. Again, I didn't have this one at all on vinyl. I got it on CD, of course. So it's nice to have a copy of this. I have not played this one yet. Plan to soon. I don't know how clean the sound is. I've read online that the sound quality on this is pretty darn good. So maybe some of you guys have picked this up and can tell me what you think of the sound quality. So Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears includes Mama, I'm Coming Home, another song that was co-written by I believe, Zach and Lemmy and Ozzy. So there you go. It's always kind of a bit curious, who writes what when it comes to Ozzy, because from what I understand, he didn't write a whole lot of anything, but his name was always on the credits. So there you go. That's my December Record Store Day Plus update. Appreciate you all watching. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year. And I will be doing plenty more videos in the future. I really do appreciate you all watching. Some of you have become my friends, and I appreciate that. I always try and get back to anybody who, even if you just say hi, I always try and say hi back. So that's it. Thanks for watching. God bless. Stay strong.